Here, the F period is above the A period from this area, 33.75 to 35 and a quarter, or 35. Could be stop running. We'll see what it looks like on a retest here. The pullback column is positive. See if it gets back up into this area. What happens? Try to be patient and see if we get to the 34s or 35s. The 37s, I believe it was 37s. Double check. 37s, 36.75s to the 38. 75s, is it? 38.75. There's a block of volume that took Friday's market back down toward the lows of the day before the end period rally. Well, we see it here. Nothing real quickly. Cursor here. Would like to see it come back up a little bit before we try to get a position. We'll pause and take a look. Referencing Friday's chart, I like the 38s better. 38s, 39s than the 33s. We'll continue to watch. Well, we were testing the 35s here. It's the retest, a little higher here. I like the 37, 38s better than the 33s. So we'll pause and continue watching. I move the recorder over so you can see the image over a little bit, so you can see the cross trade here. There's the comparison, 19 to 18. I still like the 37s better, but that might have been the one. We'll see. We might have missed the boat on that one. We were doing some reading also on Trader Feed's blog. Real good information. So we'll pause and keep an eye out. Well, we missed that opportunity. We could have certainly had a winning trade there, at least with our initial target. We could have got filled somewhere in the high 33s, 34. So if we had a 5-point target, I'd have to get down to 29s. For our second target. But nonetheless, we're still going to be patient and see here. We're about halfway. We're about 5 minutes to the G period. We're in the F period now, so we'll stand by. All right, we're testing in the G period up here in the 36s. We're getting closer to that 37, 38 area. The Globex high up here was just right where the G period high is, 36.50. Actually, something doesn't make sense. My market profile chart didn't update. Must have a lag here, or something's going on with my software. One chart says we went up to 37.25, the other says we went up to 36. Anyway, I'm not sure what's up with that, but this chart's a little locked up. Must have too many things opened up. Anyway, 36.50. All right, so I guess both charts are correct. We got locked there for a second. So anyway, getting back, where was I? Globex. We're right at the high of Globex, 36.50. So we'll have to watch here and see. The end period high, remember from Friday, it was 37.50. So anywhere up here, 36.50, it could be a good position if you're have a 5-point stop. We see some cross trade up here. Boy, it'd be nice to try to be a little more patient and wait for this bar to complete and have a retest. We're going to try to do that. We're going to hit the pause button and try for a retest and see if we can enter somewhere up here. Well, here's the retest. Our charts are not quite right here. Just got, with the Camtasia, the processing power on this computer is just not quite enough. I'm going to close down YouTube here. That might help. After we make the snippets, we produce them and upload them right away, and that of course takes power. So we're going to close that down. Alright, hopefully that's better. Okay, we saw the retest, and we pushed a little higher here. We see 2,500 cross trade. It's important on the retests, or it's important when you see the cross trade that, either right after the retest or right away, there's a transition from passive at the ask or bid to initiative at the ask or bid. In this case, it would be passive on the ask and initiative. on the bid then. So with that in mind, we haven't seen that yet. We might very well be pushing up toward the 37, well, we're in the 37, 38 area, 30, 38, 39 area. We'll pause it and keep an eye out. Here we are up in the 38s. Let's see the action. So far we haven't seen cross trade go from passive to initiative, passive on the ask to initiative on the bid. We need to see that. We need to see a retest that's significantly less, and then that occur. So we're gonna pause and watch. We're in the G period, about halfway through. Over Friday's M period high, approaching the area in the 2-8 graphs, where in the 10:30 period, the B, C, and D period, the B period, and then later on in the D period, where we saw trade turn initiative that brought us down to the lows of Friday. So this is a really important area here, in my opinion. Our volume on the day is light, and also our delta is close to neutral. Not a lot, a little positive bias, but a light volume day. Commitment of traders had an equalization between reportables, non-reportables, and commercials. So that's interesting. Also down here at the consolidation, we're in a neutral stance. So we have to be concerned about a short covering rally, no doubt. So we want to be cognizant. Now we're above the 39s. It looks like this market now is trying to go higher. So we're going to stand by. So far though, today we do have a balanced market. We do have a G period extension by a few TPOs here. Looking at our profile chart with a 1.5 scale, we have 3 TPO G markings, 3 price levels where there's only a G TPO. That would be the 36.50, the 38, and 39.50. So we have significant amounts of trade up here. The market's not pushing any higher than the 39s. So we'll see if this 39 area can hold. Okay, we're going to take the 38.25 short to 38.25. Our first target is 36.75 for a 1.5. Then we'll put our stop in. Our other stop is, of course, 5 points above 38.25. So we have a couple minutes before we have to produce a video. We're not going to talk much, but there is a lot of cross trade here. We didn't wait a long time for the market to settle out and try to retest that area. The G period extended pretty high. We now have the days range from below 20 to almost 40. It's 21 points. Yet we're still generally inside yesterday's day. Technically, we violated yesterday's low by just a couple ticks. So we're going to pause here and watch the market. I don't like the fact that we haven't got filled on our first contract yet. Our entry is 38.25. If we get to 38.25, or I should say if we get to 38, there's a good chance I'm going to get out of this trade. I don't want to be on the wrong side of short covering. And after the cross trade earlier, if we didn't hit the bid. So if we get a 38 tick, I'm flat. Of course, now I'm asking myself, well, if we don't get a 38 tick, when we got a 38.75 opportunity, why not take that and minimize your loss? I guess it comes down to the fact that, what's better, 5-point loss with a hard stop if the trade's gone wrong, or, half a point trade, half a point loss, on a stop if the trade's gone wrong. That's something I need to still reconcile in my mind. Well, we just have the H period opened up, and we're up here testing the 39s now. We never got the 38 bid. So what do? We stick by our 5-point stop, try to learn something. It looks like we're headed up to the D period high of Friday, and if we get up that high, we could trigger some short covering. So we'll stand tight here with our strategy. 5 points is not terrible. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. Well, there's a little bit of volume up here on the chart from Thursday in the 40 area above us of 45 to 40, 45, 46s was where a significant, not a significant, but a good block of volume brought us down that day. So my concern is if we stick around these areas, like we did the 38s and the 40s, and consolidation forces those to cover, we're going to be off and running to the upside. We're going to pause and see if we can rethink our exit strategy here. Of course, the market's teasing me here now with the 38.25s. We're going to get out at the 38.25s here, anticipating a short covering rally if we can get the 38.25 bid. I should say the 38.25 ask. We're going to change our strategy. The delta is starting to get back to the zero line with a higher high here in the day. We're going to stay with our position. Okay, we got our first target and we got our stop, so we lost a little bit on that trade and we're out of the market.